Do you remember the boomers from Gears of War? Boom. Yeah, those guys. The guys that just walk around going boom. Well, that's what I think of when I see the A2 Hercules Starlifter. Because boom. It doesn't just lift things, but it drops bombs too. And that's what we're going to look at today. With the A2 Hercules Starlifter. Let's go. Here it is, the Starlifter, the A2, the big bomber. The big fat bomber. This boy carries the biggest bombs that you could ever want to hold. Just nuke everything. Nuke the world. Nuke the system. Well, maybe not the whole system, but definitely going to nuke an area. Got the nice, almost black paint job with the red racing stripe. You can barely see the racing stripe from our current position. We'll see it better later. It's just like its others. Its brothers. Except the difference is it doesn't have as much carrying space. Because a lot of that carrying space is being held up by those big bombs that we just saw a second ago. So let's go ahead and get this back door open real quick. This is not really a whole lot to talk about with the outside besides the color of it and the fact that it's got a couple dual engines on the back, just like all of the Crusaders do. Yeah. Good. Run up this long ramp. I'm actually surprised I went back far enough. And you see they moved the button over here because you can't quite get to the wall with the bombs being where they are. And that's them right there. They take up this big old space right here. This being the reason why this thing doesn't really carry large vehicles. I mean, you can get some pretty big vehicles in here, but you're not carrying the biggest of the vehicles. So, no tonk. And I don't think, yeah, you might be able to fit a ballista in here, but I wouldn't count on it. Maybe just try and shove it in, see what happens. You know, anytime when you're ready to lose either the ballista or the Hercules to a bouncing entity inside of its cargo bay. It might work, it might not, I don't know. But anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the ship because, I mean, frankly, this is still just a cargo bay with some bomb bays in it. So, over here. Follow the elevator, even though it's right there. We just need to open the door. Top deck kind of reminds me of baseball cards. Combination of the old brand Tops and Upper Deck. So just like all the other Hercules, we have all these storage units along the way that are all individual of each other. Alongside them are some components like life support and what was that other one again? Sensors? Radar system. That was close. Typical spots for everything like that and that, which you can open these, by the way. Boom. Big old component right there. Accessed. I'm still not really sure if you'd be able to fit it down the hallways, but yeah, you could go. You could always give it a shot. And we have a habitation because even though this one is a military ship, it actually has places to sleep and not just a bunch of seats. And bathroom. What happens if I hit this button at least? Nothing. Nothing comes out. Boo. What about this one? Hey! We have a toilet on this side. Open. Yeah, we'll just leave it out. Close the door. Oh, close the door on this one too. And a couple of storage places here. Probably just for, yeah, just a locker. Go back over here to the main deck area, go across to what should be turrets. Now we have all the extra turret seating. Because this bomber does have a couple extra turrets in it. And we'll get around looking at all those here shortly. I want to wait till I'm sitting in the seat so I can have a better camera view so I can show off all the turrets, because honestly this is a big ship and I can't quite get to the top on my own. Alright, so we've pretty much looked at everything in this area, so let's go ahead and hop on up here to the hallway that leads to the cockpit. Now, as usual, the hallway has these like access points for more components. And more components. And we have all the escape pods. Don't test these unless you feel like losing your ship. And we have another gunner seat. Sort of. I mean, it is a gunner. We have a co-pilot. And then we have the pilot seat. But before we hop in the pilot seat, let's go ahead and take a look at the Urkel. Big booter bomber. The A2 Hercules Starlifter. Fair pucked. M6A cannons for the pilot to use. 2 of them. Pretty good amount of DPS on the pilot for a ship that's got a bunch of turrets on it. Of course, it's not where most of your damage is coming from, but it's where a lot of it's coming from. As long as you can keep it aimed at the target anyway. It is big heavy ship, so it still doesn't really turn very easily. But moving on from there, we have lots of turrets. Go ahead and scroll a little bit here. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, oh my god, I can't even fit them all on the screen. There's just one that's empty. Wait, serious? There's a size 5 turret that's empty? Where's that one at? Okay, well, this is an anomaly to me, possibly. We toggle the power on it, no, whatever. Anyhow, we got a lot of turrets. Let's go through them. On the remote turret, this one anyway, we got 2 M6As, just like the pilot has. But because they are on a turret, they are actually going to give you more DPS, because the game kind of likes giving DPS to turrets. And then we got the remote rear, which also has M6As, as well as the remote nose. These are the 2 that are kind of tied to your co-pilot, so your co-pilot's going to be in control of one or the other of these, never both. Then we got another remote turret, and we have actually couple of these Omnisky 15s. Wow. We got a lot of DPS coming out of these. 1500 each, well 1550 each. And then we got more remote turrets with some size 5 M7As doubled up on them, giving a whopping 3100 DPS. Now where each one of these is on the ship compared to the other ones, I know the first 3. I don't know where the rest of these are compared to each other. They're like above and on bottom of like each wing, I think. And then this one, I don't think this one actually exists, so this one we can just ignore that that's there. For the quantum drive, we have a size 3 Pontes. Save up to replace this. It's a slow one. It's not very fast. You definitely want to be able to go faster. Save up for something like the TS2. That'll get you going there. 208. Hey, at least it's not a Vesta. Then let's go ahead and come on back up here to where we can see the missiles, which aren't actually missiles. They are in fact bombs. And yes, you are seeing that number correctly. That is in the millions. That is 1,136,594 damage for one bomb. Boom. Actually, no, that's for both bombs. It is literally just for one bomb though. Or both bombs. One bomb is 568,297. Has one hell of a blast radius. Then on the shields, we got full blocks, doubled up, size 3, military grade B, 110,000 hit points each, giving us pretty much like 55,000 hit points on each quadrant, because this is a 4 quadrant size 3 shield, so it's not gonna be a bubble, it's not gonna be front and back, it's gonna be all 4 sides. Then we got power plants doubled up, 2 size 3 super drive, military grade Cs. Lots of power here, but we're not really using a whole lot of it. We're using 5,700 and no, actually we're using 11,529 out of 75,000 power per second. So I don't know why we got so much. Maybe it's being used somewhere else, but it doesn't seem to be. This one's locked to it. Then we got a couple size 3 Mercury military grade C coolers that blah. Why it's not showing a price is beyond me, because this ship does have a cost. I don't remember how much I spent on it. I spent a lot of money on it though. I spent like 5 million something. It's like 5 million credits. Okay, anyhow. It is a bomber. It is a career of combat. Duh, if it's bombing things. Size 5 ship. Has a crew size of 8. Yeah, 8. That's pretty good. 216 SCUs of cargo, which you can use to fill up with like some of the, not the biggest vehicles, but like some of the vehicles will fit in there. You're definitely not fitting a Tonk though. Body has 45,000 hit points and the nose has 7,000 hit points, giving us a total of 81,400 hit points. Probably elsewhere on the ship, probably on the wings. Those wings are pretty beefy after all. We're dimensions, we are big, we're fat. No, seriously, it's like a big fat wide ship. It needs to go on a diet. The mass is 3,139,240 kilograms. It needs a diet. SEM speed is 135 meters per second. If you try to take that faster than that, you're not stopping. Max speed, 963 meters per second. Again, if you try to go to that fast with this ship, you're not stopping. Not anytime soon, anyway. Max pitch, yaw, and roll. Just say it doesn't. Yeah. That's what we're going to stick with. It doesn't. Hydrogen capacity, 13,155,000. It's going to take you a while to empty that. And the quantum, 88,000. It's also going to take you a while to empty that, especially if you don't change out that quantum tank or that quantum drive, because that quantum drive is pretty efficient. Now, there's normally a price down here, but right now, they seem to have undid the price. I will at least say it was around like 5.6 million credits to get the ship when I got it. So if you see it in store, make sure you have, I'd say, close to 6 million credits if you're looking to buy this, if you can buy it. That's if it's available. We might be waiting until our next patch. But anyhow, back to the rest. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on into this seat. And before actually taking off, let's go ahead and change the camera view here to look at Bertha real quick. I'm just calling her that for now because she's huge. Zoom the camera in a little bit. So we have this turret back here, which comes out of a track a little bit. It's folded in right now. Then we got those two down there, and the third one in the middle that's also folded in a little bit. And then we have the nose turret. And then for the pilot himself, pilot has these two guns on each wing. And I'm kind of wondering, is this another turret on top? No, probably not. Let's think about this. We got these three back here, this one on top in the back, and then that one on the front. Now, the one on top in the back and the one on bottom in the middle and back, those are both the ones for the guy up in the gunner seat up front, I think. Either that, or one of the seats in the gunner room actually takes over one of those two turrets, and now all the turrets are actually accessible on this model, rather than how the M2 is, where the M2, two of the turrets are controlled by one guy, so you really only have access to two turrets at a time rather than all three. But I'm not 100% sure how that works. And this is a half-assed review, so we're not gonna bother researching that. We did plenty of research already. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy started up and in the air and flying. Power on.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
And doors open. I'm noticing that my my A2 has some damage, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Why? I must have flown this earlier and didn't blow it up in the end. I wonder if I have enough money for all that. Well, I know I got about 40 grand in there, so maybe. Man, that took a while to refill that fuel. And our repairs are now complete. And by now, the door should be open. Yeah, we can get out now. So let's go ahead and take off. Oh, love when one of my sticks decides that it's stuck looking one direction and it shouldn't be. So let's go find something to, you know, to go show some love to. Okay, so we were going to bomb Afterlife with the A2, but Afterlife happens to be on the bright side of the planet right now, and that's a one big eye cancer mess. So we'll go ahead and come to this side, where we can actually kind of see what's going on. Try not to go too fast. I would like to be able to control this a little bit. Ah, now we can see our circle popping up. And you know, you kind of want to get it like bop like that. Line up the red and blue circle together, I believe. And then that's where your target will hit. But we need to double check something. Because I'm not sure where Utopia... Oh, okay, we're still 11 kilometers out. Generally, your lights probably won't be bright enough to be able to shine the ground up so you can see your target that way either. Most of the time, your target's going to have like a reticle on it, like an indicator. Kind of like that, but not that, because that's the actual indicator for traveling. Oh, but we have a little marker. That's helpful. So we'll go ahead and pop there. Start flying up. Change camera angle. Quit doing that. There's the bomb dropping. Is it going to hit our target? Am I going to be too far away? Okay, I do see the place right down there. I never saw an explosion though. I'm a little disappointed. Maybe we'll just drop one where we are and see what happens. Oh! There it went. Right as I'm dropping the other one. Oh well. Well, now we get 2 for 1. You can actually see that one a little better too. We are up pretty high. Look at that dark spot there. Man, that was a good old smack to the ground. Let's see where this one actually lands. Okay, so that landed over there. Man, that was like daylight for a second time. For like 2 seconds. Alright, so the next question I have. Can I race a bomb to the ground? So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to immediately power down the ship. I want it facing down too, ahead of time. Alright, facing down. I'm just lining that up right now. Alright, drop bomb. Now, ship off. And we are right alongside the bomb. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna love this. Oh, we're actually faster than the bomb. That's hilarious. The bomb drops slower than the ship does. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. That means we're gonna have to wait a second when we land. Land. As I call it. Hey, there's lights over there. There's a lot of craters over here. Have people just been bombing this place? Oh, ship bounced off the ground, but that's okay. Because there's something coming along that will finish it off. Okay, I thought it would finish it, but it didn't, so... Oh, and it's not letting me drop it because I'm within blast range. The ship is actually still sliding from this explosion. What happens if I pull the trigger now? That happens. Is it gonna explode? Did it come out? Oh. Oh, that's ominous. Okay. Is that eventually going to explode? Good. Turn the power back off. Maybe landing on it will do something to it. Bounce on it again. Maybe one of these times it'll bounce on the tip of that or something. No, I guess not. Well, there's something to know. If you drop a bomb straight on the ground, point blank, it'll just land and not explode. Well then. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and come back for more. Later.